morning, it's Friday, May 11th. It must be time for another legislative update from your North Carolina Medical Society. It's been a while since we talked last, and we've all been busy, and so we wanted to get you caught up before we walked into the legislative session next week. First of all, this week was the primary elections, and many of you participated in a primary across the state. We found out that 250,000 folks did not have a ballot, but that still means that more than 6 million people did have a ballot. On the ballot this year, a couple of our members were out there in the May primaries. Dr. Aziz down in Fayetteville was up against an incumbent challenger, and she was not successful with getting elected. Mark Hollow, one of our physician assistant members, longtime member of the House of Representatives, was running for a possibility in the state Senate, and he didn't make it. Thankfully, Dr. Murphy, who is our only physician in the North Carolina General Assembly, did not have a primary race. He will be facing a general election in November, so he moves forward. And then another success, we had a physician's spouse, a member spouse, come out, and Kimberly Robb down in Pitt County is run in the Senate primary down there and won her primary, so she will too be on the ballot come November. Well, even without our members being successful in all those races, it was really important that physicians and physician assistants showed up this legislative session, and boy, did you ever. You showed up with your time working on various campaigns across the state. You showed up with your personal energy making phone calls to other members and asking them to get out and vote and make sure their spouses got out and vote and made sure that their office members got out to vote. You showed up with your money and contributed in good places to make sure that the outcomes of elections were the way that we needed to see it happen, to ensure that we are protecting patients, that we're advancing the future of your profession, and we're improving overall health in North Carolina. And I can't thank you enough for that. I mean, that is exactly what we ask you to do every year, and you did it. So thank you. Now we need to keep that momentum going forward. We're walking into what is going to be a short but tumultuous session. It's going to be fast and furious. So we need you paying attention for these next 6 or 7 weeks. We think that we're going to be out of here by July 1st, so there is a defined time limit that we are expecting to do the work. But we're going to be doing big work on Medicaid reform and transformation. We're going to be doing big work on the insurance laws of our state, on scope of practice being ever vigilant, on tort reform being ever vigilant, and we need you to be a part of that over the next few weeks. Be watchful not just for these videos, but be watchful for updates on our legislative blog, because that's where we're doing hourly and daily updates about what's going on down at the building and bills that are actually being discussed. Be watchful for those call to action email alerts. We don't send those out randomly on every single thing. We send those when we really need the air cover that you provide by taking just a few minutes to make those clicks and send an email message to your legislator. And be ready to make those personal phone calls that you do so well to your personal legislators to say, hey, I'm paying attention back home to this issue that you're voting on, because we will need that support over the next few weeks. But again, I just want to come back to thanking you for what you did during this primary season. That was a big, big thing. Let's keep the energy going forward. I look forward to bringing you an update next week on exactly what we're seeing with the start of the legislative session and what to expect in the first full week of session. Have a great day.